Now, how to solve this? Another type of question. Now, 2 cosine square theta over 2 equal to cosine theta over 2. First of all, 0 theta 360. Now, theta over 2 is still 0, but over here become 180. Okay, now how do you do this? This one you bring over to the left hand side, so it's 2 cosine theta over 2 minus cosine theta over 2. Okay, now how do you recognize this? For example, cosine theta over 2 is x, so basically it's 2x squared minus x. Okay, how do you factorize this? Very simple, take out the x. So it's 2x minus 1. Okay, if x is cosine theta over 2. Okay, so we're going to use this. Rubber this. So this can be written as cosine theta over 2. The common factor, leave the other cosine over 2 inside. This one, if I take it cosine over 2, what remains here is 1. Okay, now therefore cosine theta over 2 is equal to 0 and also 2 cosine theta over 2 minus 1 is equal to 0. Therefore cosine theta over 2 is bringing the minus to the other side, then divide by 2. Okay, so you have two set of basic angle and then 2 set of answer to find. Cosine theta over 2 basic angle for cosine equal to 0. Based on the table, still remember the table. Cosine 0 is actually, the basic angle is actually 90 degrees. Remember, cosine 0, that means theta over 2, the basic angle, equal to 1, then theta over 2 is 0. So if your cosine theta over 2 equal to 0, then the basic angle is 0. Still remember, hopefully. Okay, the table here. Theta. Okay. Sine. Theta. Cosine. Theta. Is 0 and 90 degrees. For cosine, 0 is actually 1. Then cosine 90 is actually 0. Okay? Now, so cosine theta over 2 is equal to 0. So this angle inside, or theta over 2, must equal to 90. Okay? So this one gives you 90 degrees. Now, okay, this is positive cosine. Okay, that you see 0 is it's not a positive value or negative. It's a neutral value. Okay, so for cases like that, let's put it down here. Remember, cosine 0 is 1. Okay, this is cosine 0 is 1. Cosine 90 degrees is 0. This is 0. This angle is actually cosine 180 is minus 1. Then cosine 270 is 0. Okay, remember this. afterward we talk about the sine. How do you get a sine? So cosine 0 degree is 1. Cosine 90 degree is 0. Cosine 180 degree is -1. That means the angle from here to here, cosine 180 degree is -1. This one is cosine 0. This one is cosine 90. This will give you cosine 90 is equal to 0. The value here is 0. Okay. So cosine 180 is 1. Cosine 270 until here, the value is 0. Okay. Then cosine 360 back to here is equal to 1 again. Okay. So now, so cosine. So after you identify this, which one will give you 0? It can be 90 degree. Up to here is 90 degree. It can be also at this point is 270. Okay, but let's come back to look at this. You say that the domain is 0 to 180. T is 270, so this is not counted as an answer. Okay, so theta bring up here become 180 degrees. There's only one answer. Okay, now what about this? Basic angle, half is actually cosine theta half is 60 degree. Now, remember this positive half, so only this quadrant and this quadrant. Okay. Now, so theta over 2 is equal to this quadrant is 60. Then this quadrant here is 360 minus the basic angle, which is supposed to be 300. Now let's look at the domain. We up to 180. So I only can include the first quadrant. I cannot include the fourth quadrant based on this. Okay. So the answer is this. I cannot have any more. So theta becomes 120. So the final answer theta should be equal to 120 and 180. Okay, that's it.